Nigel, points are shared on the road. What did you make of the point and the performance?
Good point, but not when you're 1-0 up with 15 minutes to go, and the nature of the goal that we conceded. It was a poor goal from our point of view defensively. Both full-backs should do better, one runner, and we didn't defend it. I thought we got over the 10 minutes after we'd scored. I thought then they had a little go at us, and I thought we got over that period and we were in control then. And it's just one through ball and a cross, and all of a sudden we're pinned back at 1-1, and we shouldn't concede that goal from being 1-0 up.
When you look at just how long it took for you to get that goal, it's a bit of a scrappy game at times, but important to defend that goal in the end.
Yes, very difficult conditions today for both teams. Typical mid-January League Two game. You know, it's windy, the pitch is bobbly, very difficult conditions for League Two players to get the ball down and play. We're trying to, and then it's difficult then to create things in those conditions for both sides. But having got the break, and it was a brilliant goal as well we scored. The pass from Nigel Clough on the edge of the box is superb. Everyone thinks he's going to shoot. Having got that goal up, then we should see it through.
Yeah. In the first half in particular, first half of very few chances, probably one each, it has to be said. What was it about the first half that you weren't too happy with?
I'm not too unhappy with the first half, getting in at 0-0 at half time. We say they're a dangerous side here, and you can see that all of a sudden they sit in and then they catch you on the break, a couple of runners as they did for the goal. I thought we had the slightly better of it. We got better as the half went on. We've hit the bar, which is so unlucky. I think Davis got deflected, and then the goalkeeper got a little fingertip to it, so could have gone in then. A couple of other situations, but they didn't have much either. So away from home, you're never too unhappy with that.
There was a big moment as well for George Maris on the edge of the penalty area. The one place he didn't want it to go was Lucas Hakins' heel.
I can't believe we hit our own players, honestly, more than anybody seems to. And you know, could easily be 1-0, and instead we've hit our own man. And even then, you need it to rebound to somebody or flick in off him or anything. It doesn't quite happen.
When you're not quite at your best away from home against a good side in Morecambe, how important is it to respect the point that you've got here?
Well, if you'd have said before the game, and you know the conditions and everything, that you know you're going to get a point today on the back of the loss last week. We've come for 3. We've tried to get 3, and I'll say it's just the timing and the nature of the goal really that is most frustrating this week. We conceded a very soft one last week against Crewe, which cost us the game, and it's not the best one from defensively today. Say fullbacks have to do better.
You took off Callum McDonald at half-time, brought on Stephen McLaughlin. Was that simply because Callum McDonald just wasn't having his best half?
No, he's injured.
He's injured?
Yeah, his calf cramped up in the last few minutes of the half, and he couldn't get going again at half-time at all. So it was a necessary substitution.
And McLaughlin, he seemed to make a difference when he came on, sort of gave you that attacking threat down the left.
Yeah, well, I think because of the way they set up as well, everything was very narrow and very crowded and congested in the middle, and it's difficult on the bobbly pitch to play through and get any sort of rhythm. So the space probably was a little bit wide, and I thought Macca going forward did okay. Yeah.
Got to talk about Bailey Cargill's goal. Didn't expect him to pop up there in the edge of the 6-yard box, and that was some finish.
It was, and as I say, 2 or 3 brilliant passes leading up to it. We played and then into Davis Kelladun's feet. He laid it back for Ollie Clark, and we all thought he was just going to shoot. And he spotted Bailey in space on the left-hand side. A brilliant pass, and got the 1-0. Should have got us the 3. Should have been worth the 3 points.
Is that something that you're not too pleased with, the fact that you weren't able to defend that 1-0 lead and bring it home?
Yeah, because we've done brilliantly in doing that most of the season, in looking after leads, and not in a negative way, because we're still trying to get that second goal. They say they're going to have a reaction once we score, and they did for 10 minutes, but then we'd seen that off, and it was sort of just, you know, you just want the clock ticking down and everything, keep the ball, frustrate them a little bit. We didn't keep it as well as she should have done. All of a sudden we got impatient, went long at times when we didn't need to. We had a little spell not long before the goal where we were just keeping it nice and simple between the centre halves and the midfield, and you know, just trying to tempt them out a little bit, and we should have done more of that.
1,000 fans, I think, made the long journey up to Morecambe on a cold January afternoon. Great afternoon for them.
Yeah, and it should have been rewarded with 3 points. And even we're going for it in the last few minutes, trying to get a goal in added time as well. Jordan put a magnificent cross in, which could have dropped for us and didn't quite. But it looked probably a draw is a fair result on the balance of play. But when you are 1-0 up with 10-15 minutes to go, it's disappointing.
Yeah. It starts you off for a busy week, Forest Green and then Sutton United both at the one call.
Yeah, brilliant that we've not lost, and that we've, you know, on the back of, you don't want to back-to-backs coming here today in the difficult conditions. So 2 home games to look forward to.
We'll see you then. Thank you.
Thank you.